Alabama on fire with the recruiting class of 2025. They had a 4-star prospect yesterday. We're going to talk about that. 4 preseason All-Americans, as you guys might know already, listed as far as Alabama's concerned. We'll talk about those guys. And then ESPN's basketball top 25 poll is out. And guess who's right up there at the top? Yep, number 2. Alabama. All that right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Man, we love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us here, making this part of your Alabama day. Let's get this party started. Let's get the show going with a big, hearty Roll Tide. Oh, there he is. Look at that guy. big, sexy birthday Elmo. What's up?
What's going on, my friend?
Happy birthday, friend.
You almost forgot.
I did, but I didn't.
Yeah, you
I didn't.
Some friend you are.
So
welcome into the show. No, you're just excited because we get this big recruit yesterday. We got a trip this weekend to Pearl River. We got Vegas coming up. I know you're just a little preoccupied, but me, I know it's my birthday.
So, we'll talk more about your birthday later on in the show. But how old are you now?
41.
Man, that's getting up there.
Getting up there.
That is getting up there. How old do you feel?
141.
Oh, that's 100 years older than you should feel.
Yeah. No, I feel good. I feel good.
Solid? You feel solid?
I'm solid. Everything's good.
Well, happy birthday.
I appreciate it.
Let's
talk Bama football.
Well, yesterday, Bama netted tight end Kaleb Edwards. This recruiting class, 21 strong now, number 2 nationally, behind Ohio State. But look, one of the best recruiting classes that you could ask for. There's still some spots available. Kalen DeBoer coming in with steam, man. Coming in and getting the job done.
Hotter than an Alabama summer. Yeah, he's coming in hot. The guy is doing well. I mean, this is one of the top tight ends that he landed yesterday in the 25 class. So it's a guy that we kept an eye on. We kind of thought he may be coming, and indeed he did come. And just another one to add to the old cupboard, my friend. Just another weapon to the old cupboard.
Yeah, right. And it shows the national reach that Alabama continues to have. You got to give Kalen DeBoer and Courtney Morgan a lot of credit, his recruiting GM, and then the staff, for going out there and fighting hard. And also connecting with the families of these players in an NIL world. You try to make it, if you're an Alabama coach, about playing at Alabama, what it means to play at Alabama, what it means to be part of the dynasty and the legacy. And that's what Edwards is. And that's what he said. And I mean, that's really just phenomenal that DeBoer and his staff have been able to slide in and build this type of momentum. I didn't know that they could, to be honest with you.
Well, they're proving the doubters wrong, and in a big way. And yeah. Look, he said, I'm paraphrasing, but if you want to come to a place to win, you're coming to Alabama, and that's why he's rolling with the Tide. So, a great get, a big tight end at 6'6" and 3-sport athletes. So a very athletic guy. He has very good hands. He's good on the short game and even in the long passing game. This guy's going to be a threat. We got to keep an eye on this guy. This guy's going to make some noise.
Yeah. He's a playmaker. He's not there just to block. He's there to score touchdowns.
Right.
And congratulations to him for picking Alabama and the offer and everything else. Now, he'll join a team that has 4 preseason All-Americans on it. And, you start to look at this list, and I know this came out a few days ago. We just haven't had a chance to talk about it. But there's been years where Alabama's had more, but to me, when you look at this list, you're talking about the kicker, Graham Nicholson, who they got in the transfer portal. I think that's a good thing. And then Tyler Booker, who was one of the players on the offensive side of the football that when Saban left, he's like, look, I've wanted to play here my entire life. I'm not transferring out because Nick Saban left. And he loved Nick Saban. And then Parker Brailsford, center. Yeah, I like the idea of having an All-American center. We saw last year what can happen when a guy that can't snap the football. And then the punter, James Burnham. How about that? Like special teams showing up. Not a lot of love for the rest of the position groups, but two guys on the line and two guys on special teams.
Yeah, Booker and Nicholson, first team, second team, Brailsford and Burnham. And this from Walter Camp. So, yeah, I mean, this is a big deal. It's nice and little preseason accolades. And we'll have some more accolades coming up here in, 2 weeks, SEC Media Days?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, it really is kind of crazy to think about the conference now. I mean, and we kind of got into this the other day with Oklahoma and Texas. Like, it's really happened. And to me, it's crazy when you think about how this conference is changing by adding those two teams, the level of competition, the honestly, the level of game that we'll be able to cover on a weekly basis. But it's going to get a lot harder to win the SEC and every sport to have those teams in there, but you're going to make a lot more money. And so I can't wait for football season to kick, man. I'm so pumped up about it. So we'll talk about football. We always do on the show, but let's switch gears and talk about basketball. ESPN Top 25 updated and released. And number 1, Kansas. Yep, Kansas. Remember, didn't Kansas borrow one of our guys, Rylan Griffin? Well, guess who's number 2? Alabama.
Yeah.
UConn, the defending champs, are 3. Houston 4, and Gonzaga 5. Baylor 6, Iowa State 7, Duke 8, Arizona 9, and North Carolina 10. So how about Alabama being number 2?
That's a great sign, man. I'm telling you, when you're the preseason number 2 team, there's a lot of expectation there, and there should be. Look what they did last year, making it to the Final Four. Look at the recruiting cycle they've been through. There's a lot of expectations, and there should be. I mean, it's warranted. Just by the job that Coach Nate Oats has done. I'm ready for football season, but, buddy, I'll tell you what. I'm ready for the basketball season to tip off as well. It's going to be a fun team to watch.
Yeah, I am too, man. I mean, like, it's just going to be just fantastic to go from football to basketball and really have a chance to win a national championship in both sports. And we've said that before in the past. We had a chance last year. They really just kind of got hot at the right time. But this year, going into it, you're talking about two teams that are legitimately there at the top and can win it all. And I mean, we're all pumped that Sears came back, obviously all the work they did in the transfer portal. Nate Oats was talking about how he's really embraced the way that things are now, where you can rebuild the roster every year in the portal. And I get it, because you can look at the team that you got and you can go back and say, hey, we need more defense. We need more scoring. So this basketball season's going to be exciting. And then he plays the best schedule you can play. You'll see Alabama against these teams in the top 10, right? I mean, you run through the list and, they didn't play Kansas, but they've played UConn. They've played Houston. They've played Gonzaga. They've played Baylor. They've played North Carolina and Arizona, right? I want them to play Duke. And if they've played Iowa State, I don't remember. But, I mean, to play most of the teams in the top 10, they're not hiding from anyone either.
No, and that gets you ready for March, and we've talked about that. And it's going to be a tough ticket to get. And speaking of tickets, Mick, I do want to pass along that the football single game tickets will be on sale July 9th.
Yep, July 9th.
9 a.m. Central. Those will be the games against Missouri, Western Kentucky, USF, and Mercer. So if you want to snag some single game tickets, you could do that right there, rolltide.com.
Awesome. And also talking about tickets, 2 tickets were given away to Big and Rich.
Yes, and congratulations to Dave Blakey. We responded to your comment. You just sent us your info, and you'll pick up the tickets. So congratulations to Dave.
And thank all you guys for being a part of this. It was tough to pick a winner, but that's who we kind of landed on this time. But we'll do some more giveaways and stuff, and we appreciate all of you guys for being part of the show. And I'll remind you too, Brett and I will be at Pearl River Resort starting on Friday. We'll be there for Boys to Men. We're going to have some fun. Brett can't wait to hit the roulette table. He's even notified me of how much money he plans on investing at the casino this weekend. And table games and slots. Will be in the sports book hanging out. We're going over to do our show from Dancing Rabbit and from the water park while we're there. We are totally excited and appreciate those guys for putting us up. So we can't wait to get there. You guys check it out as well. They're celebrating 30 years with the concert series and everything else at Golden Moon and Silver Star. Right, Brett?
That's right, my friend. We can't wait to get there. Glad your car's paid off. Bring the title to that thing because I may bet it too.
All right, guys. Quick timeout, and then Big Elmo takes over.
River Resort.
They call him Big Sexy. Coming at you from the Walker County. Jasper is his hometown. He's known for giving free rundowns. Oh, Big Sexy. Throwing out those Alabama golfs. Sneaking out your mom's window without getting caught. Nick gives you the XP, but Big Elmo is here to please. Big Sexy Elmo on the Bama Tailgate Show.
Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. It's July 3rd, 2024. And we look at the calendar this day. Celebrity birthdays today. Sharing a birthday with yours truly, Tom Cruise.
Whoa.
Tom Cruise is 61 today. All the good looking guys they're born on the same day.
Yeah. There it is. Happy birthday, Brett Elmore. Tom Cruise, one of the greats, one of the all-time great actors. He's I loved him in really Top Gun. The new Top Gun I thought was amazing. But he's got a Rolodex full of amazing roles, and it started back in the 80s, right? Yeah. What was the one where he slid across the floor on his socks? And
that was I knew you was going to mention that. Was it? Oh man, that was like one of the first movies he did, was it not?
Yeah.
See that I'm not a movie connoisseur. Those things.
You're not?
No. But yeah, I know. Risky Business?
Yes, Risky Business, Mission Impossible, The Mummy. He was in Interview with the Vampire.
Wow.
Eyes Wide Shut, Top Gun, Top Gun 2, Top Gun 3. That's a ton of movies.
Yeah, ton of movies. Elle King is 34 today.
Our buddy Bull, man, loves some Elle King. You knew when you put that in there, I was going to mention that. Yeah, Elle King's dad is Rob Schneider, the comedian, and Elle King is a country performer. And I'll tell you what, she's fantastic, and I love her dad too. Happy birthday! And anytime we get a chance to give a shout out to our guy Bull, we always love doing that too.
Yes, we do. And really, that's pretty much all for the celebrity birthdays.
Wait, hold on, one more. Brett Elmore, 41 today. What was your best birthday?
Oh golly,
best birthday memory.
A best birthday memory. I guess it would be probably my 21st birthday. It's pretty good.
You spent that at Wesley's Booby Trap.
It was we had a pretty big group of friends. We all went out, and but I'm just happy and blessed to see another one. That's I'm glad.
What kind of answers that? What kind of answers that? Is that's?
Well, I'm happy to be here.
We were driving around and, we lost our tires back here on turn 3, but we were great. We got them fixed. We put a little of that Phillips 76 racing fuel in there, got those 4 Goodyear tires on. We ended up third. I'm just blessed. We ended up finished this race. I got to thank all the guys in the pit crew and everybody else for helping us and our fans for being there for us.
That's right.
What you sound like, buddy.
You know what? Tonight may be a magical night. Who knows? Let you know tomorrow, pal.
Okay. Let's make this your best birthday.
Yeah, today's my best birthday ever because it was the next one. It was this day in history back in 1863 that the Battle of Gettysburg ended.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this yesterday. I told you my great-grandmother her told me when I lived with her that her grandfather fought in the Civil War, and one of the battles was Gettysburg. And then I looked it up, like my genealogy, and 2 in the same battle, in the same regiment in Gettysburg, and some other places too, And it seems like a long time ago because it is, 1860, was it 1863 or something? Did you say 1863? 1864.
1863, yeah.
Okay, 1863, But to think that like I ran into someone that ran into someone, that's only a couple, people removed from the guy that was actually there. It really is. As a historian too, and someone that went to college and minored in history, it's hard to think about that sometimes.
Yeah.
That was just, it wasn't that long ago. It was, but it wasn't.
The comedy Back to the Future was released this day in American theaters.
Gosh, and that that's based on a true story. I love that movie. They would go back in time with the DeLorean. One of my 5 top favorite movies. And Michael J. Fox back in the day. I mean, just getting things done. What is my favorite scene from that movie? There's so many, but when those guys are chasing him on the skateboard, and him into the manure truck.
Yeah.
Or when he starts shredding the guitar at the dance.
Yeah.
It's a perfect movie. That is a perfect movie.
It was this day in 1971, Jim Morrison, who was a member of the psychedelic rock group The Doors, died at the age of 27.
Yeah, and that was kind of part of all these guys dying at 27, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was one of the founding members of the club, unfortunately.
Yeah, I liked him. I went through a little stage of the Doors, but they're not one of those bands that I still listen to a lot. But I respect him. He was a poet that turned the poetry into music, which is pretty cool.
1969, just weeks after being fired from the Rolling Stones, British musician Brian Jones found dead in a swimming pool. Man,
I didn't even know about that, but there's a story of, I don't know if this is true, but when I worked in Chattanooga, one of the guys I worked with said that they might have made this whole thing up, but he said that there was a member of the band Alabama that decided to quit the band.
I think I've heard the story.
Can you imagine that? Like his wife made him quit.
Yeah. And then they just blew up. And it seemed like that also happened to.
Or if you're like Pete Best, do you know who Pete Best is?
Was he? He wasn't one of the Beatles, was he?
He was the 5th Beatle.
Yeah, the fifth Beatle.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I kind of missed my break on that one.
Yeah.
But heck yeah, how would you like to be that guy?
Yeah. Hopefully that's what Caleb Downs feels like when we're celebrating a national championship.
There you go. That's a look at this day in history, though.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with us as always. Really, seriously, Brett, have a great birthday. And we will talk to you guys all. If anything breaks, we'll jump back on. But roll tide, everybody. Have a great day.